Good morning! Welcome to Queen of the Classroom. Today I thought of a few more items that you can do for having more engagement in your classroom, and I'm super stoked today because it's the day before my birthday. So by the time you hear this, I will be cool. The whole thing just fell over. Hopefully this is not indicative of what, the next year of my, this is how it ends. This is how my birthday year ends. My 34th birthday year ends. Hi! I am the Education Queen, and you are in class with Queen of the Classroom. Welcome back. We're gonna try this again because first few times phone fell over. So let's get it going. I am coming back here with some more engagement. I call it engagement part 2. It's kind of like the after the rose ceremony, like part 2 of the Bachelor or Bachelorette. Don't even get me started on that series. But I have 3 more ideas that kind of popped into my head this week about how to engage students in this virtual setting. So one is what I do for birthdays. And oddly enough, tomorrow is my birthday. By the time that you hear this and see this for my YouTubers and for my podcasters, I will already be 35. However, since I'm filming it now, that I'm like getting real jazzed about having my birthday. And so I was thinking, one of the things that I do is that when it is a student's birthday, then that is the only time my students are allowed to use no grammar, no punctuation, no spelling rules, like none of that in chat. And they go nuts for it. So I am a stickler. I'm English, right? Like, of course, I'm gonna be a stickler about using proper punctuation, complete sentences, capitalizing I, your is not you are. I have to take a breath sometimes. So I think because I'm the person who will spell out O-K-A-Y in a text. I won't put K, I won't put OK, I put O-K-A-Y. I'm that lady in my everyday texting. So I get a little jazzed about having proper grammar in the chat. So when it's someone's birthday in that class, then I will say, okay, no grammar rules today, and they go nuts for it. I mean, it's understandable. I'm sure they get sick of me going, okay, well, just use the proper your on there, or actually what you mean is, and I'll type it in and send it off. So I would recommend that. I mean, it's small victory, but they super love to celebrate people's birthdays because then they're also really jazzed that, oh, thanks so much. Let's say Way. Thanks, oh, Way, happy birthday. And thanks so much, because now we get to use no grammar. Like, it's a great way to celebrate your birthday, like everyone being excited about not using grammar. Inside, my heart cries, but I'll get over it because students love it. Second one. And I know that I've mentioned this before, but I'm just gonna reiterate it because it's good information. My attendance takes a long time to take. A long time. And so my students have actually started this hashtag that is hashtag do not start class. And they are so good at making sure I don't start class. I've been known to have my attendance take 45 minutes because I check in with every single person. And if you turn on your camera for me, oh, you best believe we're having a great conversation. Because I'll be like, oh my gosh, did you do that mural that's on your back wall? That's beautiful. Or like if I see, I'm like, what? Oh, you're right next to the fridge. Okay, why don't you go grab a snack real quick? Just go get a snack. There's one student too who, when she turned on her camera, you could just see a brick wall behind her. So every so often now I'm like, so how's that brick wall doing? How's it going? And I do have a couple students who regularly show off their pets as well. So they usually, some of them get their own camera. So it's like we have a class pet virtually. It's great. But I like making those connections. Yes, it makes it a lot longer for me to get started throughout the day, but it's those connections that will help students and myself build a relationship, and they're just to see their world a little bit more, since I can't see them in person. It helps, I think, exponentially with their emotional health, because they know that I care about each and every single one of them. I don't require students to turn on their camera, but I get really excited when they do turn on their camera. And last one, I feel like I give great advice in this virtual setting. I do a lot of character building lessons, obviously, and when we're in person, then I go through these quite regularly. Some are obviously better to do in person because they require tactile things, but in this virtual setting, then I've just been doing a lot of character building, as in like me just giving out advice, or just keeping it fun and light too. Like you can have a good balance between those serious conversations and those teasing and kidding and lighthearted moments. There's actually one that I do want to do on, I think I have it figured out to where I can showcase it, but it does involve paper and a pen. I have an idea for it. I'll get back to you on that one. So here's some of the things that I just jotted down that have happened in the virtual setting. One is when I was taking attendance, which I require them to say, "Good morning, Miss Allen," because I say good morning into their name. It's just a respect thing. I've always done it. One time when a student turned on the microphone, then I heard the noise that means you have a new message from Google Hangouts or Snapchat or what, like I know all the tones. I know them all. So it happened to go off in class. I said, "Oh, did you just get a message during class?" What? And so they're like, "Yeah, I did." I was like, "Ooh, what was it? Was it anything good? Was it juicy?" And we had a little conversation about it. Then I was like, "Ooh, I want to record something back. I was like, put your phone up on the screen so it's just looking like me." And I recorded a message back to her friend. It's just random, but it's totally me. Sometimes if students have revealed something to me, like a private message or something that they don't really want the entire class to know, but just something about their personal life that they felt was necessary for me to be aware of, and it's always good for me to get this background information just so I know the whole picture. I don't need to know everything about your life, but if there is something that is an obstacle for you that I can aid with, then I do like to know those things, because then, you know, deadlines can always get pushed, and a little grace, like I can extend more grace to others if I'm aware of what's happening. So sometimes when I know maybe a family member is sick, or like if mom just had a new baby or whatever it may be, then sometimes after the attendance, I'm like, "Okay, go hug your mom." Just as a reminder, like, hey, go check in on those people. Go make sure that they're doing okay. But I do this seamlessly, so no one really knows what's going on. I know what's going on, but no one else really does. Or I'll be like, "Oh, go feed the fish. Remember, you gotta go feed the fish." Just little things along the way to make sure that they know that I'm thinking of them. What's another one? Oh yeah, go tell someone in the house right now that you appreciate them. I try to stay away from saying mom and dad, because I know not every situation has mom and dad. Some situations are grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, whoever it may be. So I try to say adult, go adult in the house. So go tell an adult that you appreciate them, or go give someone a hug, go get a glass of water and a snack, and I'll wait here. So if it is an early morning, or if it's kind of sluggish during the middle of the day too, sometimes you just need a little pick me up. So after attendance, then I'll say, "Okay, go grab a snack. Go grab a drink of water, meet me back here in 3 minutes." I just want them to be taking care of themselves and the people that are around them. And then my favorite piece of advice, and a student recently reminded me of this, so it's just so savage. It's just so savage. So if you ever are in an argument with someone and it's just not, they just keep coming at you, like they just keep going, and you've tried to leave the conversation, you try to keep it all cordial, you're like trying your best, right? They just keep barking at you though. Here's what you can say. This works for any situation. Here's what you can say. I hope you have the day you deserve. And then walk away. What this does is it sounds like a compliment. I hope you have. Usually that is like, oh, okay, yeah, what you hoping on me? But you're like, I hope you have the day you deserve. Now, if someone's being snippy at you and they're being rude and disrespectful, you are hoping that, you know, that day just continues for you. But I am no longer interested in this conversation. You just walk away. So I hope you have the day you deserve. Now, if you're being awesome, then I hope you have an awesome day. Yeah, if you're being rude, disrespectful, I hope that you can turn it around and be awesome. But feel free to use that one anytime you want. Hope you have the day you deserve. There's no need to spread the awfulness in the world. We need to spread more kindness in the world, not disrespectful rudeness. Okay. I think that's all I have for right now. That is engagement part 2. We have birthdays with no grammar chat. We have 45-minute attendance or hashtag do not start class. And just giving advice, being more human-like while you're in this virtual setting. So a couple of podcasts that are coming up. I want to update you on the rivalry between 3rd and 7th. I want to do I call it the crinkle paper activity. I'm actually going to take a quick note and make sure that I do this. I've actually done a couple PDs on it with my colleagues so that I can show them how to incorporate it. It's a nice way to release some negativity and encourage some kindness. So I'm gonna figure out how to do that in a virtual setting and get back to you. But I am gonna go celebrate my birthday because that's the day I deserve. So you guys have a great day. Make smart choices. Be kind to one another. If you haven't already, subscribe, click the link, comment all those things that the cool kids are saying. And if you're on my podcast, make sure you're sharing that around. YouTubers, share that. I want to get those numbers increased. More people in the world deserve to hear these types of things. So spread the word. And we made it all the way through without this camera falling over for a 4th time. I am so proud. Good job, you. Bye. Just waiting for it to fall. Honestly. This thing, I'm telling you. Goodness. Okay, well, this is totally crooked. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh, I think my sister ordered me cookies. There's a guy coming down the steps.